in-house production.
Okay, everybody. Welcome to Giving Away Game, the interviews. Today, I'm here with a good friend of mine and his wonderful woman, Terrance and Katie. How y'all doing today?
Pretty well.
Good.
You gotta make sure you say my name. Terrence Howard.
Terrance
I'm
Howard.
not the actor, so no need for scripts.
Okay. All
There
right.
you
T.
go.
Howard. Okay.
Unless you're paying me, you know what I mean?
So we're here with T. Howard and Katie. So we're gonna talk to them about their relationship. That's what we hear. That's what we're talking about today. So let's get right into it.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, question one. You guys were together for a while, correct?
Yeah.
How long were you together?
We met in 2015. What was that, like October? Yeah. So 2015. October.
Okay.
To 2017, so like 2 years we were
2
together.
years. So you guys were together for 2 years. Then you split, right?
Yeah.
And how long was the break?
About a year and a half.
No, longer than that.
2.
Just last year was 2020, so
Oh yeah.
I would say like 2.5 years.
About 2.5 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So together 2 years, split for 2.5 years,
Mhm.
and then you guys just recently got back together, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When?
I don't have a date specifically. Do you?
About
I would
November?
have said in the fall, summer, late summer.
I would say May.
May.
After May.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fair. I know we were having those conversations
Uh-huh.
that you don't have unless you're considering getting back together at
On that
time
path,
frame.
right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
So it was around that May time when that conversation was really
Okay.
They were
Yeah.
happening often.
often.
Okay.
Yeah, often.
Okay. So just quickly, like, what sparked those conversations? Well, you know what? We'll get into that later. So my first question is, what was the driving force behind you guys getting back together? So, Katie, you can go first.
I would say, well, first of all, when we broke up, I considered that was a breakup of, the relationship
Mm-hmm.
type. Our friendship remained
Okay.
during that off time. There
That's
was
good,
no
that's good.
time that we were not still talking every day, like,
Mm-hmm.
because he was in my life, he's in my children's lives, and
Okay.
he continued to be, even though we weren't having, I guess you'd call, a love type relationship.
Okay.
So, so there wasn't there wasn't a blank space, I
Okay.
guess you could say. It was still filled with his presence. It was still filled with our friendship. It just looked different than it would have as boyfriend and girlfriend. So I would say that in many ways, it felt natural to then go back to
Okay.
a relationship. I don't know.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah. I think the fact for me was a little different.
Mm-hmm.
I think what drove me was just an episode that made me really like open my eyes to what was really needed for my life. And I'll share it. I don't mind sharing.
Go ahead. That's what we're here for. Sure. Hey, I got the exclusive, y'all.
So it was the night of my birthday, right?
Okay.
You were there.
I was there.
It was a surprise, I guess. And I want to say it was a surprise. It was more so because like we never talked about her coming.
Okay. Okay.
But I wouldn't have been upset if she came.
Okay.
But to me, it was like you walking into a jungle if you coming. But knowing her,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't really a surprise.
Okay.
So when she walked in, make a long story short, she pretty much stole the show for me. Knowing her for years prior, and then not being with her, but still having that friendship with her. Me being, living my single life or
Mhm.
whatever. Um, at that moment when she walked in and pretty much stole the show and held herself with such elegance.
She did. I was there. I was
I
there.
was not trying to.
I know you
I
wasn't trying
just.
to. It just made me see that in a room full of wolves, what I mean, you could be that, that sheep that
Mhm.
don't get touched,
Mhm.
don't get bothered, you know, and I look at it as, you know, something that really caught my, attention in a way where, like, I really need to reevaluate, what I actually, wanted. And that's when conversations start going in my head like, hey, she different. I knew you were different.
Mhm.
Um, and I will say, too, like, our friendship was very unordinary to the normal eye. I think it was unusual for people to see a couple who was so madly in love break up and still have a connection of friendship and not say, nah, y'all was still messing around
And still
or
like have love for each other too. And people saw that we still had love for each other, but we decided where we were at was where we wanted to be.
yeah. I think we always stayed true to each other.
Hmm.
We knew how to put our own, selfish wants, aside, because of course there are, times, when you want to be true to
Mhm.
each other and go ahead and make that commitment, but you want to stay true to yourself, and if you're not ready, you
Right.
don't. So throughout the friendship, I'm pretty sure there were times when, either I had an idea of, okay, well, maybe I should,
Mhm.
but I never wanted to go ahead and, step on that,
Mhm.
uh,
Mhm.
on that topic because I knew mentally I wasn't ready. And the conversation always stayed open for us. So I would say after my birthday, when I turned 34, she was,
I did not know that. I'm hearing this for the first
yeah,
time too.
she just, yeah. And, things happen and,
Yeah. Things always happen.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
So
do.
I hadn't at that time, like you said, I was at your party. I had never met Katie before,
Hmm.
but I knew this was going to happen. Like, like I loved her, and I had never met her just off how you had talked about her. So how much was I in your ear about Katie T?
Yeah, all the time.
All the time, like
All the time.
all the time. I'm like
But that's
T.
that's how that's how I know for myself. I'm not gonna, open the door when I'm not ready to,
Hmm.
really walk through that
And
that
he
that
was open
life.
with me about that.
Yeah.
He was open with how he felt about me. He was open with saying I'm not in a place where I feel like we can be in a relationship. So there was never a point when I was feeling like I knew exactly where his mind was at. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I can accept that. You're being honest with me. I can accept honesty because then I can do whatever I'm going to do with
Hmm.
that honesty.
You can act accordingly.
Yeah.
Yes, act accordingly.
And I think that's what really kept us together, like our honesty.
Mhm.
Really being able to handle each other's truth.
Mhm.
Um, like I said, not being selfish of our own wants and really wanting the best for each other's lives. If I tell you I love you in my lifetime, That doesn't mean since things didn't work out romantically that I need to throw your whole life, your whole existence away.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that's where maturity comes in, when you
I
can
agree.
actually, see the reason why that person really, came into your life, why you chose, because it is your choice.
Mm-hmm.
People really mistake a prayer, what it is. Like when people say, I pray for this.
Mm-hmm.
I pray for God to send this person, or I pray for this person. No, I think you really open. You have a lot of people that come your way that could be suitable for you, and that's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with
When
that.
we choose to interact with a person, when we are introduced to them, I really feel like it continues to be an everyday choice.
Yeah, it is.
You continue to choose to interact with that person, to allow yourself to have feelings for that person, allow yourself to tolerate nonsense or whatever it is, with that person when you meet them. It always becomes a choice. Uh, and, you know, going back into, that night of my birthday, you know, there were a lot of choices, but when I seen you, it was like the choice. You were the choice. Um, and that's when I, after that day, wanted to, you know,
Start that conversation.
start that conversation.
That's what's
And
up.
So,
I like hearing that because my thought going to it was, I know how much your birthday means to you because I've been there for other birthdays
Mm-hmm.
um, when we had been together,
Mm-hmm.
and I, I just know in his mind how he really regards his birthday as a celebration, and I was thinking to myself, I'm this man's best friend. We are not together romantically, but if I love him as an individual
Mm-hmm.
outside of a relationship, which I do and
Mm-hmm.
always have, I want him to have all that happiness on his birthday, especially when I know it's important.
Mm.
So
That sounds like maturity right there.
yeah,
I clap on that
yeah,
one. Yes.
I really just wanted him to be happy. I'm like, he would be happy if you were there, Katie. So I was like, let me just go surprise him
That's
because
what's up.
I wasn't trying to. I was like, you got stuff going on. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
trying to crash that. I
Mm-hmm.
just know that you would be happy if I'm here too.
That's what's
So,
up.
and I don't need you to hold my hand. I can hold my own, but if I can bring joy to that occasion, then I wanted to.
but I feel like that only happens when you speak your truth. When a person knows that, you know, you're an honest being, you can show up and not cause any drama. You can show up, your presence can be around and not feel, like you're intimidating anybody,
Mm-hmm.
or people shouldn't feel intimidated
Right.
when you are speaking your truth. People can't handle the truth when you speak it, so that's when things start to get all jittery in their minds and wondering if the person is lying, and how could a person, okay this, because it's not what they would want for themselves. So, um,
It's
yeah,
just a different mindset.
yeah,
I get it. I know that I recognize that it's different from other people on both our accounts. And other people might not make the same choices that we made and how we're just very open with each other. I've had people tell me there's no way
Mm-hmm.
you guys have had these kinds of conversations. There's a comfort in it,
Yeah.
actually.
yeah,
In
That's how it
that,
should be, though.
yeah,
Like that's how
yes,
it should be. It
yeah,
should.
yes.
You should be able to
I
go to
feel
your best friend
solid
and.
because I can have these conversations with him.
yeah,
He
That's what's up.
feels solid because he can have these conversations with me.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be what you want to
yeah,
hear.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right,
And that's the thing. It's not me telling you things so that you can feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to hurt you either. That's
Mm-hmm.
not the goal. But if I'm going to sit with what I really feel, you need to know.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's up.
yeah. Communication is definitely a big thing. Just comfort, communication with comfort. Don't be afraid to bite your tongue if you plan on being with the person. And I ain't gonna say that. because we don't know what tomorrow, brings.
Mhm.
Just be yourself.
Yes.
Just be open. Don't be
Yes.
afraid.
Be honest.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't have a filter. Don't be afraid. Somebody gonna walk away from you because you said something that was truly on your heart. I really do feel like there's not too much that you can give if you feel like you should say it. You know what I mean? A person gonna accept you for who you are if they're mature enough to understand we're sharing lives, not living life for each other. Uh, Especially, everybody got a past. Everybody got a background. So the more you know about it, the more you can accept.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. I appreciate y'all candid, being so candid, being so honest. I really do appreciate that. So let's go to question number 2. So what makes this? So we're not gonna get into like what happened the first time, okay? But what's going to make this time different? Like what's like? Does it feel different? Does this feel different than the first time? You said y'all remain friends, throughout the whole process. Like so. Does this feel different? Do you think it's different? You know,
Who you asking first?
you can go first this time.
For me, yes, it feels totally different.
Okay.
I don't know if people really understand the terminology when we say best friends. This woman is truly my best friend. So no matter what in life, truthfully speaking, she's going to be in my life. She's my life partner. We have this thing, and we look at each other and say,
We
we're,
gonna tell them.
we're married 3 times. We actually married.
Okay.
But anyhow, but no, I really do feel like, a title can't really determine a certificate or whatever. It really can determine like what we have developed, what we established, what we've built,
Yeah.
the connection that we have. Like we literally think alike, and it's scary
Yeah,
sometimes.
it is.
Okay.
It's when I say often too, it's mind blowing. Um, but she is my person though. Like God has shown me, like in so many ways, through signs and wonders and in prayer and meditation. Like I know for sure my choice is to remain, to be with you. So um, it's different. It's different now because uh, we had that break of showing how committed we can be without a title.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how close we can remain, how true we can remain to each other without any obligations, you know, tied to each other. And I feel like when you see when you see that you have somebody that's for your life, understand your life, and as open to you learning, their life as well, and sharing their life as well. That's a pretty big stamp. I would say, now I don't think we getting back together. I don't know, or whatever. I can say those things, um, but time had allowed me to, change my language when I say those things. It's more so of like I don't know, you know. Um, but of course that was then. But
Right. That was then.
yeah.
This is now.
Um,
So what about you, Katie? What makes this time different for you? Or is it
Well,
different? Or do you feel like it's
I
different?
definitely feel like it's different too.
Okay.
And I don't know that anyone could claim that it's the same. Time has gone by.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing is as it was. If you're following me, I mean, you can't go back to day one.
Right.
Day one was day one.
Right.
This is year 5.
Okay.
yeah.
So we've learned, it's definitely different. We've learned each other more throughout friendship and inside relationship both. Um, as I said before, I have told him I love you as a person. You don't have to be mine for me to love you. I want, outside of me, I want you to be happy, whatever that looks like, because that's your happiness.
That's a turn on.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's
But
dope.
I know that
I know,
you
I
want
know.
that
Yeah,
from me
my bad. I ain't
too.
mean to.
No.
I just got
I'm
a bit
just
warm
saying.
when you said that. No.
I'm just, I know that you want that from me too, and you've always made me feel that way. You've always made me feel like I want you to be happy, and I don't have to be yours for you to be happy. But if that's what makes you happy, then that's what I want for you. Um, I
Take lessons, y'all.
it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
If you really love somebody and care about them, then you care about who they are as an individual.
Right.
And if you can uplift who they are as an individual, that makes them even better as a couple, as your partner, as your best friend, as your husband, as your mate, whatever term you want to put on it, it makes them a better partner. I know it makes me a better partner knowing that he feels that way about me. Because then I feel like, okay, I don't have to let go of certain things or hide certain things. He is my best friend. I've always said I want to be able to say the things to him that I say to my girlfriends. And I know I have many friends that are like, oh no, some things you just should not say to your man. I get it, to each his own.
Right.
But I know what I need. I need to feel like I can say these things to him. That's what we have. I say corny stuff to him all the time. He knows it. He's the funny one and I'm the corny one. But I feel like I can be myself.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Love have no loopholes. Like you can't be just expecting something or have these premeditated reasons to be involved in somebody's life and thinking it's supposed to be a certain way and this, that, and the other. Like, you have to be pure when it comes to love, real love. That's why it will be like everlasting in a sense. Like, I really can say, hi with love to all my exes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like none, like in a sense, will hate me. But it's more so you really have to know that individual.
Yeah.
You gotta like really take time and know who that person is. For however many years they've been on this earth, figure out like what characteristics and what experiences in life they have developed and learned to get them to who they are,
And they have to let you in too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know people that could be in years-long relationship and they really truly haven't let their partner see because they are afraid of that rejection. Everybody has it. Everybody carries some type of, part of them that they're afraid is going to be rejected, and have it rejected by your partner that you're with. That can be very bruising.
Yeah.
But what if you take the chance and allow your partner to hear it and then let them make the decision on what they feel about it, and that's fine. But then you have just unlocked a part of you that can potentially bring you closer to your partner.
Yeah, it's like
I know it
confessions.
has.
Yeah.
Real. It's like you on the other side of that, in that little 4x4 box, really, confessing it. But it really do release a lot of those, a lot of energy in the sense of.
It makes me feel closer to you when we have conversations. We talk about everything. Some stuff that could be totally off the wall. Some stuff that might be very challenging for him to hear, or very challenging for me to hear, because we have different upbringings. But overall, we both have a very open mind. I would say more than most people, probably.
So what I like that I hear y'all saying is the word need. Like the word need is big to me, because to me there's a difference between need and want. I always say, like, when you're growing up, first starting to date, or kind of look at the opposite sex, you find out what it is you want, and you know what you want, and usually your wants are usually superficial because they
Yeah.
usually come from what you've seen other people have.
Yes.
So then, as you get older and you mature, you find out is what you need.
Yeah.
You know, and then once you start pursuing what you need,
Yeah.
that's when you're ready to settle down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I hear y'all say the word need, like you said.
Yeah.
This is I know this is what I need. So
Yeah.
that's real stuff.
He needs to know that
Yeah.
so that he can say, okay, I can give you that, or I can't, or this is a lot for me right now, so let me sit with it.
Right,
And
right.
because nothing has to be an automatic, especially
Exactly.
if it's deep conversations that could be potentially very challenging for your partner to hear.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So both of y'all say this time is different, which is good. Okay, and so with this time being different, what's next? Like what's the next step? I mean, that can be a together answer or it could be an individual answer.
I have a feeling I know what he's gonna say.
Who want to go first?
Wait. I mean, for me anyway, it's only the other step, but it's not a step that we see as a timetable.
It's not a requirement.
It's not a requirement. Um, we don't live our life for the world.
I knew he was gonna say that.
We really don't. Like we in this, you know, with whoever want to understand us. You know.
Right.
But it's more it's our reality of when we know for our personal lives when that time will come. But this woman knows she got me.
Yeah.
You know.
I know it too.
Yeah.
I do know.
She and if anybody else know me, they know I ain't finna just be doing anything with anybody just for any for whatever reason. When it comes to commitment, I'm not whatever I do, she understands me. She knows me.
That's where we see eye to eye on a lot of things too. I have plenty of past experiences that have brought me to where I'm at now, where I know that I don't need certain things in order to feel a certain way. Like I don't need marriage. I don't. It is. Some people do. I respect that, but I just need to know that I'm solid with you and you're solid with me.
Okay.
You have my heart. I know that I have his heart. If we were to get married, then it would be something that we decided that we wanted to add to what we already have.
Right.
Okay.
It isn't something that I need to validate what we have.
Okay.
But best believe.
Oh, whoa!
Like my.
You finna tell the world right now?
Nah.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying he was silly. Hold on, wait a minute.
Oh, for the same. Oh, boy, get that exclusive. Oh, get that exclusive, boy. Woo. I told y'all I'm Tom Brokaw around here, boy.
No, but I feel like a proposal is a man's wedding.
Absolutely.
So, gotta believe it's it's
Man, you ain't gotta say no more. We already know. We
Yeah.
understand. We understand.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So I understand that Katie, you have children, correct?
Yes, I have 5.
Okay. 5 children. Okay. How old are they?
Oh gosh. 25. It'll be 26 this year. 25, 23. So I have one son who's 25, a daughter who's 23.
Okay.
A daughter who's 19,
Okay.
about to be 20. A daughter who is 12, about to be 13, and a
Okay.
daughter who just turned 11.
Okay. So T, I know you stepped into that stepfather role, and you guys said like you just met like 5 years ago, right? So 5 years ago, the youngest was about 6. So that's big, to step in a role like that with, you know, kids that are, kind of already have a
Diverse
personality.
age.
Yes,
Yes.
and then like she said, like a diverse age. So, my question to you is, what is it like being a stepfather, and what made you want to step into that role?
Oh man, actually, okay, it wasn't something that I was looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like I said, if you know me, like I've grown to be so much open minded and not subject to a certain type of you know romantic lifestyle or whatever. But being truthfully, you know, said, but I actually had a vision.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually had a vision some time ago that I would have two little girls that weren't mine,
Wow.
um, and being married that way.
Hmm.
But I knew personally that I always wanted one, you know, so I didn't really see how that was going to actually happen,
Right.
you know, so it wasn't something that I was like banging on.
Mm-hmm.
So when Katie came into my life, it was almost like deja vu, you know. So it came naturally. Like I'm goofy, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like I have I'm a fun type of
He already
guy.
has the dad tendencies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dads get to be the fun guy all
Yeah.
the
yeah.
Yeah.
time.
So and then they gravitated to me like
Mhm.
so easily. It was the efforts in it just it wasn't really hard. Um, with the older kids, it was more so a conversation
Mm-hmm.
with them. Um, I think they thought I was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Uh, but the Goonies have more in depth like conversation.
Mhm.
Uh,
The Goonies are my younger two.
yeah, okay,
He's
the
Yeah.
talking
youngest
Yeah.
two.
about.
The younger two. Okay.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting.
But see, that's how it's supposed to be, man. We just talking. We just talking. We just
uh,
talking.
but the Goonies are um, very, very. I love all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong. But the younger two, the Goonies, the 12 and the 11-year-old, well, she's about to be 13. They are so dear to me. More so because may his soul rest in peace. Her late husband um, um, passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really share this story, but I don't mind, being exclusive to
Okay.
giving you the
Hey,
game.
thank you. I
So,
appreciate it.
2 weeks before his death, God gave me a vision and told me that I'll be responsible for them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I heard it like 2 times, and it was more so like, they father her. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gotta worry about that. We
Mm-hmm.
alright, they father, she got all, we
Mm-hmm.
good. It's more so like when you have those, conversations or something just comes up, in your head, and you just kind of battle with it. But then 2 weeks later, something happens so dramatically, you just like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
um, is this what you were trying to show me?
Mhm.
So my commitment to them will have always, no matter what her and I were going through, what it
Mhm.
was always going to be for them,
Mhm.
with them,
Mhm.
about them, until it was something with her that she needed, to readjust. But again, that's the conversation. That's us having that conversation, like actions speaking louder than words. But we actually said those things, and those are the things that she can actually expect from me. Not just my actions, but what I actually said, that she can actually uphold me to that. But my heart for them, is so big. Um, they really treat me like I am their father. They know who their father is.
Of course.
They are just they've been raised by both Louie and Katie
Mm-hmm.
just to be these loving girls
Mhm.
and respectful, and they so super smart. Um,
It's dope being a girl dad, ain't it?
Man,
It
listen,
is. I know.
cause then cause it's more so it's cute when they do dumb things rather than you want to smack them
Right,
across the
exactly,
head. You know what I
exactly,
mean? So,
exactly. Nothing harder than disciplining your daughter.
yeah, because it's
trust
hard
me, I
being
know.
mean to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It really is.
He
I know.
can't.
You know,
I know.
but
He
it
can't.
just that really shows how much you love
Absolutely.
a person. Whether you brought them in this world or not. When you can see yourself saying one thing, then your actions is totally different than all those. You ain't getting this. I ain't gonna do this no more. I ain't gonna do this, that, and the other to your kids. But then their birthday or something come around and you spending all your your hard earning money, or
You trying to get Obama to come to the
Yeah,
house.
right.
Yeah.
Whatever
Right.
it takes.
Yes.
Right, whatever it takes to
takes.
see them
Yeah.
happy,
Yeah.
He will go to the ends of the earth for them.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
them my Goonies. So it's been an amazing journey. It really has. And it's more so just to see their expressions, just to see their love. I really feel like God placed me in that moment for a reason, with my personality, my character, just my selfless ways sometimes, to make myself available for them. And like I said, regardless of if we was together or not, like during that time, I listened to what God, wanted me to do. So my duty, my purpose in this world, I know, in particular, is for them.
All right, that's what's up.
If you left Isabel out of this conversation, she would be
Well,
upset.
I don't want to offend no other man. That's what I'm saying.
You wouldn't. You
But
wouldn't.
Izzy, you my girl. I love you.
Isabel is my 19-year-old.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. That's my sidekick though.
Okay.
Like
It's
Isabel's my sidekick. Like I could be all lovey with her, but she's more so as like my sidekick. My
Okay.
Goonies, I'm like my little squishy.
Yeah,
I
But
love
she's
you guys.
she would want to shout out, so that's
Yeah,
why I mentioned her.
Shout out to you, Izzy.
Yeah, shout out to
My
you.
Izzy.
Shout out to Izzy.
Uh,
Okay, so I know, like, being a good parent, and I know you're a good parent. It's hard, basically approving of someone to be in your kids' lives.
1000%.
Like, I'm a step parent. My wife is a stepmother to my two. So I spoke about on early episodes about how once I got custody of my kids, I knew that my criteria for a woman had to change.
Yeah.
So being in your situation, like I said, being a good mother, what was it about Terrance that made you know that he could handle that role? Where you approved of him being in your child's lives?
Well, he is a solid person when I met him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm pretty good gauge of people.
Mm-hmm.
And we had conversations where he showed maturity and willingness, and he showed love, the ability to love easily. With kids, you have to have patience. All the things that if you're somebody who's picky about bringing people home, as in you've never brought somebody home before, other than their father,
Right.
Then he's just a solid person. I knew that he could handle it, but I also had had discussions with him where I said, okay, he knew I've got 5 kids. They're all different. They're at different ages and stages.
I thought she only had 2 at first though.
Stop it.
Then she had the other 3. I was like, oh shit! No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
I think I said
playing.
5 on the first
Playing.
day.
I'm joking.
But I said they're at different ages and stages. My 25-year-old now, he was in college then. He don't
Shout out
need
to you,
that.
Mike.
Yes, Mike.
Shout out to Mike too, y'all.
And Caitlin.
And Caitlin. Shout out to Caitlin too.
I said, they don't need a dad. You're going to, whatever relationship, friendship, whatever that is going to be, is going to have to be facilitated between you and them.
Okay.
I'm not doing that. So in a way, I was letting him know you have to have the maturity to do that, because I'm not going to facilitate it.
Right.
I'm not going to say, you know what I mean? I'm not going to try to
Force
push.
anything.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
They get to be who they are. They get to make their own choices, and him too.
Mhm.
I just wanted it to happen organically and naturally, and in communicating that to him, he showed me that he was at that level where he was like, okay, I get it. He didn't ever say he was going to try to push any type of thing on them. He's like, I'm just going to be myself. That's perfect. That's what I need you to be, because
Right.
what I see in you and how I raise my kids, I know they're going to see in you too. But they need to see it with their own eyes. It
Right.
can't be mom said.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just,
Right.
kids are going to make their own
Oh, yeah.
decisions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew he was worthy.
Worthy.
He was
I like
worthy.
that word. That's a good
It's
word.
true. If you have
Worthy
kids,
is a
you
good
are
word.
protective of
Oh,
them, and
absolutely.
you want to bring the right people
Absolutely.
around them. You better be able to stand up and say
Yeah.
he's worthy or
Yeah.
she's worthy, whatever.
Yeah. That's.
And in many ways, we helped each other grow.
Yeah, for sure.
In many ways, no matter what age or whatever, in that household, that family, our family, we helped each other grow. Just whether encouraging words, arts and crafts that something, that I feel that, we just bring joy and love to each other. So, shout out to us
Yes,
as
shout
we
out to us.
continue.
Yeah. Shout out to y'all, man. That's what's up, y'all. So So I told you, so y'all one of my favorite couples. I knew I had to have y'all on. I really appreciate y'all coming on, sharing y'all journey, sharing y'all truths. And I'll be waiting on my next exclusive from y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I need all that. I need all that exclusive content. I need all that. So
it's gonna definitely give some of y'all some game.
yeah, and it's free. We giving
Free.
it away.
Free.
It's free. All you
I don't
gotta
know.
do is subscribe.
I might have y'all pay per view with with what I got planned. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, this ain't the last time y'all gonna be on. So again, I appreciate y'all coming on.
Yes,
Thank you for
thanks
having
us.
Oh, no problem. So that's our show for today, y'all. This was Giving Away Game, the interviews again with Terrance and Katie. Like I said, we'll have them back on. And until next time.
Yeah, I'm proud of you too, man.
Thank you, man. I
Keep
appreciate
doing your
it.
thing, man.
Man, I appreciate
Giving
it,
you
man.
the game.
Continue to tune in.
Yes, thank you so much, man. Hey, I'm just trying to give back. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Trying to give back. So again, y'all, we'll see y'all next time. Appreciate it.
Yes.
In-house production.